Okay, Virgo, I'm getting a lot of messages here. And I will go into detail in the reading, but to start, I feel like someone is urgently trying to contact you between the 21st, 22nd of May through the month of June. It's a very urgent situation. Okay. I don't know that you need to be worried, but I do feel like you're going to hear from someone that has been unable to talk to you or unable to get a hold of you for whatever reason. Maybe there's blocked or two people aren't talking. There's something here to do with some kind of argument or a divorce or a breakup or something that happened here where this person, because of the Knight of Swords, is giving urgent vibes. Okay? And this has something to do with taking action. Okay? So we're going to get into this. Do smash that subscribe button. And if you want a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below this video. So let's get into this.
Just can't let you go. Lord knows that I've tried to. You said I was the only one. No one likes being lied to.
All right, let's see what's going on here. Wow, Virgo, this is giving urgent vibes. Very serious, urgent vibes. Need to talk to you. Need to talk to you right away. Need a ride. Something to do with a car. Something to do with a breakup or an argument. All right, let's see. Oh, the Fool. And the Star. Okay, listen. All right, listen. Okay, I know you're listening. Aquarius, double Aquarius energy, Cancer perhaps. I'm getting somebody made a foolish mistake. Your person here feels that they made a foolish mistake. And it's coming in to try to heal something here. Okay? And this does give me like, oh my gosh, it's a miracle. That's what I'm hearing. All right. So I do feel like because they're in this urgency to try to contact you or talk to you, it feels like because they're unable to get a hold of you. And also I feel like this person has been trying to contact you and you may not know it. But it's very urgent. It feels very urgent. They're hoping that you're going to pick up. Maybe you're away or you're just with that Fool energy. You're just kind of off on your own. You're not paying attention to this person. Okay, but it doesn't feel like serious, but it feels urgent. Let's see. What is this urgency? Why? I understand that they feel like they've made some kind of foolish mistake. But I'm also hearing they want to tell you something about a loved one. Something that happened about a loved one. All right, are they malingering? Maybe. But they want to tell you about either something that happened to a loved one or something that happened to them since a breakup, okay? Now, this could be very much like they tripped and fell, had to go to the hospital. There could be like a small surgery that they had to have connected to the heart. I'm hearing they had to go, oh yeah, I tripped and fell, and then, I went and got my labs done, and then they wound up transporting me to the hospital because there was something going on with my blood, like something like that, or I fell and I got hurt. Like it's not like death-defying kind of a thing, you know what I mean? But I feel like it is connected to a romantic partner. Okay. This is very interesting. It's like, it's like a little clue. What's going on here? Wow, look at all the major arcana. Hold on, let me see what the message is. Getting a couple of different things here. Oh, okay, they're just giving me medicine. Like medicine, something to do with medicine. Okay. What does this have to do with you, Virgo? Because I feel like either it was some kind... All right, there might have been an argument. Maybe you and your person had an argument. And your person could be... It does mostly feel romantic, but it could also just be a friend or a family member when I say your person. But this other person, There must have been an argument or a fight, or you guys said some harsh words, nobody's talking to each other, or there was a breakup, and whatever the case, they're rushing right back in, okay? Rushing right back in. All right, show Virgo. Yeah, they definitely want to connect with you. Oh my goodness, connect with you for sure. Virgo, in really short, simple terms here, I do feel like something ended and this person feels like they made a big mistake, either ending it or letting you go. And they want a renewal. They want to connect with you again. They went off on some kind of foolish adventure, or they did something that was just without consideration of your feelings, is what I'm getting. Okay. And I feel like the point of renewing this connection is to try to blow some magic back into this bubble. Okay. So yeah, maybe they went off with others, or they were dating other people, or whatever they were doing. They were just, maybe there was like other third party situation involved. All right, let's see. They've cut them out and they're on their own. Now we have Virgo. Now we have Gemini. They cut them out. They cut that other person out and they're on their own, reflecting, thinking. They want you back. I mean, it's just very simple. This person wants you back. They want to repair. They want to heal. Heal what? Some kind of deception or lies or BS or whatever was going on. Let me just take a look at you. Oh, wow. You've got the Knight of Cups. Oh, Virgo, you're so sweet. Virgo's like, I forgive you. Sure. Okay, but wait, I don't think that's all Virgo has to say. I don't think that's all you have to say. Wow, you've got the 8 of... Wow, Virgo. You're being awfully nice with this person. Yeah, this is totally your energy. You're accepting some kind of apology or making amends. You're being very kind. Huh. Yeah, there's a Queen of Cups. So you're definitely engaging your empathy energy for sure. Or it could be a water sign. But you are, I feel like I'm not saying you're accepting anything here, but I do feel like you're being very kind, very empathetic, being very charming. You're quick to reply. Maybe because it might have some connection to an emergency situation here. Okay, this makes sense now. So you're being very forgiving, but I also feel like, and you're being very helpful and nurturing and caring. Queen of Cups gives me like nurse vibes. So does the Queen of Pentacles. But I also feel like you are expanding your options or horizons. Like I have to be honest. I feel like you've let this go, whatever this Three of Swords situation in the past was. I feel like you've let it go and you've turned your back on it. You're being kind and forgiving to this person, but you are pretty much like expanding your horizon. I don't see you in a waiting position. I feel like you're waiting for somebody else. Huh. Wow. You're killing them with kindness here. So this person is very desperate to get in hold of you, Virgo. Okay, yeah, because you don't want some kind of toxic thing. You don't want that. You don't want a toxic thing. I feel like you understand that whatever this person's issues are, and there's a reason why I said malingering, because for some of you, this person might be trying to get you back and faking an injury or using somebody else like an injury to try to open up the conversation. I feel like you're onto that. And I feel like your response is like, oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh, yeah, that's terrible. Yeah, you can take this medicine or you can see this doctor. So you're being very helpful and nurturing and empathetic and forgiving, but you haven't forgotten something here. So you're cautious. You're very cautious. You know, that Seven of Swords was there. So it was an energy of distrust. You're being very calculating here. Being very calculating. Could be very calculating with a Gemini, Aquarius, or a Libra. But yes, you're being very calculating. Like, okay, that's sweet. You're detached. Might have something to do with somebody's kid or child as well. Yeah, okay. So anyway, we looked at you, right, Virgo? So I do feel like the energy of this person, you know, whatever happened before, it's different now for them. Something's different for them. Maybe they've seen the light. They could have with the star. They've seen the light in some kind of situation. And I'm just telling you what I'm picking up from this person because I don't feel like you, I mean, you're not diving into anything here with someone. I just feel like you're tiptoeing a little bit. You're like still being your loving, warm, nurturing self. But you have a trust issue. And why wouldn't you? Because something with the Three of Swords and the Three of Cups, that does feel like some kind of third party involvement. So there's definitely a trust issue. All right. Let me just get a couple more cards here for you. Virgo. Yeah, Queen of Swords. Oh, yeah. When it comes to this person, you're logical as well. You're kind of like, oh, this person might just be coming in for a thrill. Super quick for a thrill. So I feel like you kind of have that on your mind. And I feel like because the trust was betrayed, I don't feel like you're like this full-time, 24/7 with everybody you meet. Although Virgos can be very reserved. In some cases, I do feel like with this person, you're kind of like, oh, this is a struggle. This is a struggle. There's not a lack of loneliness here on your part. Because I kind of feel like your energy is, well, if I'm going to struggle, I can do that all on my own. I don't need to take any hostages. So they're definitely, so I want to tell you, to expect some type of communication from this person. And I'm not just talking about one, but maybe like 10 calls, 10 messages, 10 types of communication. I need to talk to you. Please pick up. Calling maybe from different numbers, reaching out in different ways if there's a blocked energy. Okay? You have the Death card here. All right, Scorpio energy. So this could be around, it's definitely around some kind of change, a death and a rebirth. Okay, so what are you going to expect to hear from this person in June? June 6th. June 6th. At the latest. So from now till June 6th, information is going to be coming in. You're going to start receiving like a payload of messages with the Eight of Wands. Fast news coming in. Quick, speedy, lots of communication. And there's the Ten of Pentacles here. With the Four of Cups. So this gives me your energy here, Virgo, where I kind of feel like you are not accepting any kind of love offer from someone because you don't want it to disrupt your stability at this time from this person. You're not, you're being kind, but it's killing with kindness energy. And you're being kind, but you're not, I don't see you, at least not in this time period, accepting any kind of love offer or new proposal of any kind from from your person here. Okay. Just because you're in a really good, stable place, or you're on your way to that. It's interesting. All right, let's take a look. I want to see what other messages there are here. What other messages for Virgo? Oh, partying. Virgo's like, I'm in a stable place. I'm hitting the bars. I'm hitting the clubs. I'm having fun. Happily single. Living in the moment. Spending time with friends. You're loving that right now. You're loving this. Not all of you. Some of you might still be like, trying to get to that place, but it's definitely coming. What else for Virgo? Yeah, you got love. Yeah, you're loving it. I'll just start calling you Virgo McLovin. Self-love. Somebody's birthday is on the 2nd of September. Also the 6th and also the 9th. So, yeah, look, heartbroken, deeply hurt. So it just feels to me like it's something to do with some kind of breakup. And whether this person is coming in with a deceptive tactic to try to get back in your good graces, or is seeking sympathy, or it's actually a real thing that's happening in their life, they definitely want to connect. Why does this person want to connect with Virgo? Why? Why Virgo? Why does Virgo's person, why them? Why are they reaching out to them after some kind of heartbreak? Or because you're home. Because you're home. You feel like home to them. Because you matter to them. I know, I hear you. Well, why cheat if that were the case? Well, like I said, there is an energy of this person coming to terms with a foolish mistake. It doesn't change the fact that they feel like you're home. Why did they do what they did? Who knows? Sometimes people just operate and they have no rhyme or reason. It's just the way they are. And it's fine. People can be who they are as long as you're being true to yourself. But yeah, the reason that they're trying to reunite with you is because either they consider you a very good friend or family, or you have a very long history together, and you feel like home. You're home. And what does that mean when someone says you're home? I mean, this person feels like you're accommodating, you're warm baked bread, you're real, you're nurturing, you're helpful. Are they taking advantage of that? Did they give that in return? Yeah, I don't know what happened, but this is how you come across to this person, and this is how they remember you. And especially if they've been running around town 1, 2, or 3 times, they still keep coming back to you. But something's changed. There's a shift in your energy. There's not a shift in your core personality of who you are. I feel like you're definitely loving yourself and staying true to yourself. And I feel like you have this remarkable ability to look at someone who's hurt you and still have empathy for them, but you have some kind of boundary here. And I feel like your thing here is, I can love you, but I can love you from a distance because, too much pain and hurt. If this is something, like I can't really pinpoint if it's a family member. I don't want to be too specific. If they have another attachment to someone, like a family member or a friend, and they're reaching out to you to tell you what happened to them or what's going on, I still see you being empathetic and loving and warm and caring, and yet keeping boundaries. So I feel like that's good. You've learned some hardcore lessons in your life, Virgo, for sure. I just heard this could be related to a band member, someone in a band. All right, so for you, Virgo, yes, you've been through it. 5 of Swords, 5 of Wands. Oh, my God. You've been through the bullying, the theft, the violence, abusive relationship. You've had rivalry with this person, challenges, obstacles. You're very sensitive, so teasing you isn't always a good thing. When it's too much, a little banter back and forth is fine. Virgo's a good sport, but I feel like maybe there was too much of that. And it started to just kind of be like, whoa, this is more passive-aggressive communication than it is actual banter. I feel like you were competing in this relationship with this person, maybe with their other flings. Okay, here's a Magician. So you're spinning your own webs now, Virgo. You're not the fly caught in the web. Now you're the spider creating the web. You've taken your power back. You've taken charge of your life. You've got a fire burning in your heart, perhaps for someone new, or there will be somebody who will light up your mind and your beliefs. Okay, there's definitely a shift and a change in your energy, and there is with this person as well. You might even be at a point now where you're okay with being just friendly with this person, just friends. You know, I mean, I don't know which Virgo this is that's going through this, but this Virgo isn't holding a grudge. It's just like, well, you did that to yourself. It's nothing I'm going to carry around with me. Yeah, it's a very interesting reading. Okay, so expect some kind of communication from this person, like a lot. I'm not just talking about one message. And it's like catastrophic communication. It's not like, hey, I just found $50 in my coat pocket, $50 in my coat. It's not that. It's more along the lines of like, oh my gosh, you're not going to believe what happened. Some kind of tower energy. So, or they're just trying to get a hold of you. If you have this person blocked or you changed your phone number, you may hear they get in touch with people you're connected to or find a way to find you, to get the message across. You might hear it through the grapevine. That is still communication. Yeah, Virgo, you've been through a lot. You know, you get the 5 of Cups there. So, you know, that's pretty much like very slowly emptying wounds, drainage, leaching. Is it letting go? If your emotions are water, your emotions are water. They are. You're just kind of like letting it out, like letting it drain. And always with the 5 of Cups, you know, there's 3 cups spilled, 2 cups still left standing. So you're kind of still looking forward. I feel like you have some kind of hope here for yourself, like, you know, I don't know, I'm just feeling this shift with you, like you just no take backsies or something, no take backs or something going on here with you, you know? Yeah. All right, so I'm going to just ask, if Virgo doesn't respond to this person, what will their energy be? Ace of Wands, they're going to keep initiating. They're chasing after you. Yep. Chasing after you, Virgo. They'll wait for your call or wait for your response. Yep. Eventually they'll give up. But then I feel like they're going to resurface again later. So they'll take a break from reaching out, and then they'll resurface again later. So what does that mean? You can't get rid of this person? I mean, I kind of feel like the more you... So spirits just... All right, spirits, I'm channeling... I'm getting advice here that if this is someone that just keeps circling around and around, if your life is not threatened, okay, you may have to ease this person's anxiety by just giving them a little bit so that they get what they need and go away. Right? The more you resist, the more this person will just keep chasing after you. And that's kind of when it gets dangerous. I feel like you kind of, if you're moving away from this and this is not something you want, you're playing nice, and just being nice is actually going to give them a little fill, and then they will leave. But if you aren't responding and you're blocking or you're saying harsh things to them, they're going to chase you even harder. Like nonstop, give you a break. So I guess it depends on what you want. All right, is there any other messages for Virgo here? Okay. Oh, I'm hearing pray for them. Pray for them. That's all you can do. meditate, pray for this person. King Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Could be a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn also. Yep, that's what I'm talking about. If you just drop a coin in their coin slot, let them ride the little ride for 10 minutes, and then they'll be happy. Like a little kid, right? Come out of the store. Mommy, I want to ride on the metal horsey. The more you say no, the more the temper tantrum, little toddler, right? The crying, So negotiate. Say, okay, you know what? I'm going to let you ride this ride, but we're in a hurry. So 5 cents. Going to drop 5 cents in, and you can ride it, and that's only going to last for a full minute, and then we got to go. That makes you happy. That makes them happy. It's not about giving in, because you're not giving in. You're negotiating. I don't know if that's what I feel like you should do. Yeah, that's the message I'm getting. Give them a little bit. Let them ride the ride for a full minute, and then be done. Move on. And go do what you need to do. Go about your business. Because why? Are you... yeah, because I guess you're dealing with like a spoiled child here. Spoiled rotten. Keeps like the child that goes out to play and then runs home to mommy when they get hurt. Or runs home to daddy when they get hurt. Keeps coming back. They're telling me gray rock. Give them a little gray rocking. Now, if you want this person, listen, if you're that Virgo that's listening and you want this person to really be healed, they got to stay on that journey. That's not just, oh, hey, I healed and I'm back and ready to, go live our lives. No, healing you must be open to healing, and it's a continuous journey. It's an everyday thing. Healing we never reach it's not a marathon it is a marathon. It's not a sprint where we reach the end of the line and then we're all healed and then we're good to go. It just doesn't work like that, right? Because when you're open to spiritual healing, it's, especially if you're an empath and you're sensitive, it's a lifelong journey of recuperation. Do you know what I mean? Because even with people who have boundaries up, when they're dealing with someone who's crossing their boundaries, and it's a lot of energy and work to put the boundaries up or to realign the boundaries. And then it's like they go home and they're like, oh, I need a break, It's most specifically for the empaths and the people who actually have really good hearts and care, those Virgos. I see a lot of Virgos being nurses, and nurses or physicians or something, they work in the medical field and they see a lot of difficult things. But Virgos are perfect for that because they're very strong and logical. But I've never met any of them that come home from being in that for 12 hours and dealing with that, where they come home and like everything's fine, just another day at work. They have to unwind, and they go out and have drinks, or they go do stuff to physically release the burden of their jobs, and they have to have very strong boundaries in difficult situations like that, So I don't feel, I'll tell you what I do feel. I feel like you're in a really good place. I feel like you're on a healing journey, and it's a day at a time. And I feel like this person really does consider you home. This is from their perspective. And I also hear they want to come home, whatever that means. That could be literal or it's just symbolic. They want to come home, and they need your guidance and their protection, right? Here you go. There's the Fool card. And the Eight of Wands, just the same. Again, they've been away and they're coming back. And whether they're coming back with a truth of something that happened to them or something that happened to somebody else, or it's just it could be something minor that they embellish and make it seem bigger than it is. They want your love. And it's hard for you, Virgo, because you're such a loving, warm, caring person, aren't you? I know a lot of Virgos that are super, super tough, right? But every Virgo has that streak, especially the ladies, the females. Most every Virgo has that streak of being very supportive and empathetic and nurturing and healing and tolerant. Those are wonderful traits to have because you do tolerate a lot, Virgo. And listen, you shouldn't lose that. Don't lose that. Just because people take advantage of that, people are going to try you no matter what you do. It doesn't matter. Your child is going to throw a temper tantrum till it gets what it wants, right? That dog is going to be trying your patience. Want to go out, and it's not time to go out. Everybody and everything will try you. It's up to you to manage how you will be tried. And in doing so, that doesn't mean you have to lose your empathy, your nurturing, if you're especially an empath, because that's a beautiful gift. There's a lot of selfish people in this world. So I feel like this person sees this in you. They recognize they haven't met anybody like you who has this. And the issue is with them. And you don't have to own it. Don't personalize it. If they cheated, they got a war going on within them. Or if they were deceptive or lied about things, that's their war that they're battling. They may take it out on you. Oh, they might have taken it out on you or blamed you. How can you be blamed for things other people do? It's the most ridiculous thing. Honestly, like I always say, why are you trying to guilt? Why are you throwing shade? Why are you throwing guilt? You made those moves. Your little head conjured up some idea in your head, and your little head told your body what to do. I don't have a gun to your head. That's not on me. I didn't tell you you have to do that. Even if I was the worst person in the world, this is how you chose to react to it. You could have just said, that's it for me. You could have had your own boundaries. So I never take people's blame, ever, ever, ever. And I hope you're the Virgo that doesn't either, because people have agency. And anybody who's blaming you for something that they did, it's ridiculous. Like, I laugh it off. I'm like, really? What? What's the matter with you? What are you blaming me for? You're the one. You fell over the rock. I didn't put it there. And even if I did, why don't you look where you're walking? That's not my problem. You can't figure out how to walk one leg in front of the other. Like, let me just keep it real, okay? Don't take blame from other people. Be kind, be loving. Treat people how you want to be treated. And if they don't treat you the same in return, that's a reflection on them, not you. Okay, anyway, let's get into the Chinese signs and see who this person is, and or your Chinese sign. Okay, year of the rabbit, year of the rooster, year of the rat, year of the goat, year of the dragon, year of the pig, year of the horse, year of the monkey. All right. Today's Wednesday. Tomorrow I'm going to do your weekend reading, and I will be live streaming on Saturday. And I think we're going to do the Q&A session on Saturday with PayPal. All right, you guys, I'm going to be changing stuff up. So look out for that live stream on Saturday. And I'll be doing something on TikTok very soon, maybe over the weekend. I know I said that last weekend, but I'm getting to it, you guys. I went back to the gym, and I'm doing like hardcore strength training. Like, seriously, because I got a goal. You know what I'm saying? I got a goal. And I'm exhausted. Because when you get back to it and you start doing it again, the pain, right? Any lifters here? Anybody here who knows what I'm talking about? Ugh. All right. So, who's showing up here? Taurus, Pisces, and a double Libra. Double Aquarius, Pisces, and a Virgo. And last but not least, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Virgo, Pisces again. All right, numbers, date of birth. This could be your birthday or the person about this reading. So you have the 1st, the 10th, the 6th, and all of a sudden out of the blue, I just heard the 22nd, the 4th, the 11th, the 14th, the 16th, the 12th, and the 5th. Also, the 21st, 24th, 25th, 26th. Did I say the 21st? 21st. Okay. Okay. All right, let's take a look and see. Initials showing up here for Virgo. Bunch. K, D, H, Z, W, V, N, A, M, G, I. All right, your initials, theirs, first, middle, or last. And then we're going to try your charms. Okay, some charms for Virgo. Okay. So you have a music note, treble clef. Somebody likes pink. Speaking of which, pink's a Virgo. Okay, there's a connection to music. Hearing some music, listening to music right now, some kind of musical sounds. There's a soul harmony connection, spiritual expression, or sacred sounds. So somebody could be meditating, listening to sacred sounds at this time. Or creating music, or some type of connection to music. Piano especially. Somebody has a musical gift as well that they're going to realize this month. But there's also a gift being given, present, given or received, coming in soon. Some type of a gift. Gift, wrap, bow, gift wrapping, birthday, baby shower, graduation present, received or given, picking them out, wrapping them up, that kind of thing. Also, rose. There's a rose, okay? So there might be a connection to the name Rose, or doing something with roses, rose petals, perfume, love, romance, showing up here as well. Garden rose, I just heard. Garden roses. Those look mostly like, fully bloomed, like blooming. There's a blooming energy. And I know you are. I know you're going through a blooming type of an energy at this time in your life. Am I right? Love, healing, gentle growth. There's also red wine glass, abundance, ritual, and emotional flow. Vibrancy and passion. Very strong energy. Feeling vibrant. Feeling passionate about something, maybe music or doing something creative. A passion project. Okay. Somebody could be drinking red wine. Maybe there's a party. Somebody's going to a party or having a party. A girls' night. Doing a wine tour. Classy drinking. Somebody just enjoys wine. Somebody's just like, I just like my wine. That's it. Just doing the wine. Having a glass of wine while you're listening to this. I'm hearing also cherry wine. I'm also hearing sherry. As far as maybe even strawberry wine. Is there strawberry wine? It could be like a cooler of some sort. Having a wine with dessert. Or picking out a dessert wine. All right, you guys. So I feel like that's going to be it for your reading today. Again, tomorrow we're going to do the weekend reading. So Memorial Day is coming up here on the 26th. I can't confirm if I'm going to be here on Memorial Day. I might. It depends. But if I'm not here, and you understand, for those of you who are not in the U.S., we celebrate the beginning of our official summer. And it's a day of memorial for our soldiers, things like that. You can look it up if you're really interested. But for those of you who know what I'm talking about, it's picnic and party weekend. So I will definitely be here on Saturday to do the live stream. Probably do it early so we can kick off the weekend. But if I don't see you guys, have a great weekend. And if you don't see me on Monday, I'll be back on Tuesday, okay? So anyway, I'll see you tomorrow. All right, thanks. Take care. Bye.
Lord knows that I've tried to. You said I was the only one. No one likes being lied to. You made this mess and left me